What's cracking, celiacs? It's Kevin here with the G Free Show, and today, well, yesterday for me, Monday, but today is Tuesday now. I wanted to get out an episode just talking about the top five and, well, I guess the bottom five worst, condiments for you. So, Dr. Peter Osborne, a gluten-free, he's a glutenologist over there. He had just basically shared this link that, just said like the top five worst, which included like mayo, basically because of its soybean oil, and then also. It just has, because of the I guess refined soybean oil, it throws out the omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids just by bringing up that omega-6 so high. Now, also tartar sauce is really the same. A lot of tartar sauces have just kind of a mayo base in them or something very similar. So basically, if you can find a mayo that doesn't have the soybean oil in it and it's used with olive oil, then it should be better for you. Now also like ketchup and barbecue sauce. Now ketchup and barbecue both generally have high fructose corn syrup or are very high in sugars. Now barbecue sauce is a little bit worse for you because it has less tomato in it, less lycopene, and the sugars are just as high, if not higher. And then really just store-bought salad dressings. Now store-bought salad dressings are generally high in sugars, high fructose corn syrup, really like the refined soybean oil again, and also unhealthy canola oils. Now, I'm not quite sure what other cons there are to the soybean oils or canola oils that they really talk about so much, but they had said, for one homemade kind of salad dressing that you could use, it's basically just 1/3 balsamic vinegar, gluten-free of course, 1/3 apple cider vinegar, 1/3 olive oil, and then the rest would just be like a little bit of maple syrup, which was kind of surprising to me, onion powder, garlic powder, and then cracked black pepper, and then really just shake it all up, and try it out. And it seems very interesting to me. It seems like something that would be pretty good. So I would kind of like to try that out. I've tried different gluten-free salad dressings and everything that are store-bought, but one, they're so expensive, and two, they're just not quite as good or not quite the taste that I really, I'm going for. So this would be kind of fun to just kind of experiment with, your own salad dressings, and it's easy too. It's a very simple recipe, something that anyone can do. Now going to the best gluten-free condiments, or well, I guess these all aren't always gluten-free. Like this wasn't a gluten-free site that this was posted from, but I mean these are all pretty easy to get gluten-free substitutes. Now the best one right off the bat they said was mustard, basically because there's no added sugar, and then mustard, turmeric, and paprika are all some sort of antioxidant, so that's really good for you. Then the second one, guac, and it goes without saying on how like good avocados are for you. Now if you don't know how good avocados are for you, they have just a ton of good healthy fats for you, very high in fiber, and then they have just vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that are all good for you as well. Now also going to salsa. Salsas generally shouldn't have any added sugar, and they're usually loaded with different vegetables. So if you can kind of get the chunkier salsas, that kind of thing, you'll see how many vegetables are really in there, and it's just real good for you. And then there's usually some herbs in there too, like cilantro. Now also going over to hummus. Now hummus is something that I've never had. It's very weird that I'm 23 and I've never had hummus, but basically they say that hummus, as long as it's without the soybean oil or canola oil like most of the cheaper brands I guess have, if you get it with the olive oil, it should be a lot better for you. Now then also going over to pesto. Pesto I've had a couple times, but it's really should just be loaded with healthy fats and antioxidants as well. I think it's basically just garlic, a couple different veggies maybe, and then some herbs. So it's pretty simple as far as that goes. And then also they just mentioned on how hot sauce, at least if it's used in moderation, it can be good for you because it can kind of cause a spike in your metabolism. And then just hot peppers usually are generally good for you. No, also they do say moderation because it does have a higher sodium content generally, so you need to take it a little bit easy on the hot sauce. So really that's everything as far as the best and the worst condiments. And yeah, I'm going to try, since it's Super Bowl week, I'm going to try and get out at least one episode just kind of saying at least what snacks look really good, and just really posting the recipes for you guys. So that's everything for today, so you guys have a good one.